Okay, what you have is your horizontal and your vertical alignment, and looks like there's a tangent and a curve placed from that tangent. And you're absolutely right. There is a move point. However, as you pointed out, when we select it, we can't get it to move. I will check on this, and maybe we need to put that in a service pack. However, you can get it to move along the tangent by, if you hover correctly around this point and you select the station field, you can come in this case I'll set it to 35 meters in, and you'll see that the move did in fact take place. And again, you just have to zoom out a bit to get that to show up. You can also see elevation along the arc at that point. Now, some things that maybe aren't as obvious as we would maybe like them to be are projections. And what I want to do is use your corridor as an example, or your alignment, and I'm going to use the active profile and give it a name. And in this case, we'll use a 2-lane rural as a template, and we'll just pick a starting position and an ending position and a template drop interval, and we'll place a corridor. So what maybe isn't as obvious is the way we can work with these elements very easily in the file. So what I want to do is simply change my design stage on my corridor, and next thing, turn off the reference of the corridor. And what we see, and also the constructions, we don't need to see those manipulators, is the edge of pavement and the shoulder. So it would probably be relevant to have the shoulder projected onto your adjacent alignment, and we do that from the vertical geometry, and we can project a profile range or the entire profile to an element. So I'll use the range. The element I want to project is part of the corridor, the edge of pavement. The element I want to project on is this ramp, and I'll set the starting range at 0, and maybe see the tracking in the top. Notice the tracking in plan and profile, and maybe I want to come in here to 100 feet. So by doing this, we've now placed a portion of the roadway, projected the edge of pavement of our corridor into our design, whereby we can now use the profile curve from an element tool, and we can select the reference profile. Now, what you will find is we cannot actually use this to build our profile because it's merely being referenced in. But however, we can place a line between the points or snap. So the snap creates a rule. So if this corridor were to move up or down, the fact that we've now snapped our line to that will also move our tangent up or down. So I can use the snap at any point on this line or station or so forth, and I'm just going to come in and snap it to the end. And I can verify that rule's in place by selecting the element, which is the white line, and we see the snaps in place. I can then go and use my command, which is the arc curve from an element, and select my element, set the offset at 0, and put a starting point back here somewhere, and extend my arc and trim the back. So now if we move the roadway alignment up or down, what we'll find is our alignment here at the ramp will also move up or down.